Online managing editor Jimmy Thang from Maximum PC here covering the launch of Windows 8 from the heart of Silicon Valley. Microsoft's extremely colorful store was greeted by roughly 200 eager Windows fans. The lines were split in two for those who had pre-orders and for those who simply wanted to walk in. Even though October 26 marks the release day of Windows 8, Microsoft's launch event was all about the Surface.
What are you here to get today?
Surface RT.
Pick up a Surface RT.
Just to pick up a Surface. Yeah.
I'm here to get my Surface, or maybe a couple of Surfaces.
I'm picking up a Surface with a black touch cover. I'm here to get a Surface with a blue touch cover.
You couldn't walk 5 feet within the store without seeing some sort of Surface tablet or branding. To manage the crowds, Microsoft had a bunch of blue shirt-wearing employees. From our interactions, the entire staff seemed excited and happy to help customers. Even with 20+ employees, however, the line still moved into the store really slowly.
Cool. And what do you think of the launch event so far?
The launch was great, just a little slow.
And what time how long have you been here?
Since 8.
I didn't expect this much crowd. It's a long line right now.
To make up for this, Microsoft had a radio flyer cart giving out candy and water bottles to people waiting in line. In the lines were, as you would expect, the most hardcore Windows enthusiasts. It seems like everybody waiting in line had already used the Windows 8 beta extensively.
Have you had a chance to use the Windows 8
Yeah.
OS?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. So why don't you tell us what you think about the new OS?
It's cool. I think it's really refreshing. It's all brand new. It looks good. The new OS is pretty cool. I like it. It's pretty quick on the Surface. We just tried it out, and I like it. I like it quite a bit.
Okay, and what do you think of the OS?
I think it's already. There's a little bit of learning curve, but once you start using it, it's awesome. It's the best so far I've seen.
How do you like the OS so far?
Oh, the OS is pretty awesome, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, excellent integration of mobile and desktop, right?
Okay.
One OS, one device.
I think power users in the very beginning are probably going to hate it, but after a while it actually really grows on you.
Okay.
It's a total departure from the original interface, and I actually like the idea of the live tiles, and I really like having that desktop to fall back on.
It's mixed, so I think it's way more powerful than Windows 7 and stuff. Like it boots really fast, and it's actually a lot faster. But it's really frustrating to use at first. Like there's a lot of swipes you have to learn and stuff like that. That I found a little frustrating at first, but now I'm completely used to it. Now I kind of like it.
Even though there were a lot of hardcore power users there, we did see a couple of families and kids trying out the new OS for the first time. Customers seemed to have fun playing around with the new keyboard and touchscreen OS.
How do you like it?
You know, it's slick. It has some nice surfacing details, so it's a really nice device. It's kind of hard to tell, but it seems like if you picked it up, it would feel really good in your hand. Get all this stuff stuck to it. Yeah, so this is like nice widescreen, which is really nice and legible and stuff, and it's kind of comfortable in your hand. It feels good, and the touch interface is really responsive. So I really like it. How it kind of just effortlessly goes and does all its things. Works really well.
Have you used Windows 8 before?
No, this is the first time I've used Windows 8. No, I'm impressed. Definitely impressed.
I really like the design of the Surface. It's really nice and industrial. It feels good in the hand. It's not too heavy, so I like the kickstand. So I really think that Microsoft did a good job with the hardware construction.
Customer Jeff Davis was kind enough to do an impromptu unboxing video of his brand new Surface for us.
So we have two boxes here. We have a little tray here with a keyboard on it. It's the new touch cover. And the box with the Surface in it. So I'm going to do the tape here. And there you are. Surface. Just got it out of here safely.
It's alright.
So here's the Surface. It's on. Comes with the power adapter here.
Cool. Nice.
The build quality is really good. It feels really solid in your hands. The design is really well done. The hinges actually feel really solid when you undo the kickstand. It kind of clicks and gives this really satisfying click sound. When you click it back in, it's really satisfying too. This whole thing feels really solid, so I like it a lot.
While the lines weren't Apple-sized by any means, the event still drew in curious bystanders and created some buzz as to what Windows 8 and the Surface tablet were all about. Speaking of Apple, the Apple Store was literally just right across the hall. Talk about awkward. As a matter of fact, many Apple fans who were waiting to purchase iPhone 5s were asking what was going on at Microsoft Store. Closing out our day, we had the chance to briefly interview Microsoft Store Manager Mike Ortiz.
How has the day been going so far?
Enthusiastic. I think the air is just completely electric. Customers lined up really early this morning. I think the team is very excited to share it with the world. Right now, I would say over the past couple of days, we've had customers coming in just curious about, Windows 8. When is it here? What time are you opening? A lot of excitement around this incredible launch.
Okay, and is the turnout kind of what you expected?
Yes, it's well received. I think this store in particular, being in the market that we are, we have a lot of industry people that are curious about Windows 8 and Surface, and we've had a really, really good turnout tonight.
Okay, and what do you think about the products themselves?
I've had some time with an actual Surface. I've been using Windows 8 now for a few months, and I can truly say that it works for business. I think it works for also personal. I love it. I think it's a more modern experience. It takes everything that's great about Windows 7 and puts it in sort of a modern spin.
Okay, and can you talk about if they're, how well they're being received?
I think the media is out there. I think the product speaks for itself. I think it's, in my case, in my experience, it's been very well received. Customers really like the idea that it can be so customized. I think that they are really enjoying the live tile aspect of it. There's a couple of features in there that are really different and unique to Windows 8. Things like your picture password, things like the search option that's in there, have been pleasantly surprising customers.
Okay, and how well do you think the Surface will stack up against the iPad and Droid tablets out there?
Again, I think it's always going to come down to we're going to let that product speak for itself. From the ports that it has, to the ability to upgrade its memory, to the magnesium casing, to the kickstand, to the touch keyboard. I think it meets and exceeds all of our customers' expectations for a tablet.
Can you talk about your personal preparation for this event? Are you tired, sleepy, or?
I think I haven't slept in a couple days. I feel like today is my wedding day. I think there's just been a lot of detail. There's been some painstaking detail in being able to train all of our employees on Windows 8 operating system, train all of our employees on Surface, the hardware piece of it. We've had to hire quite a bit of people to get ready for this day. That hiring, that training is definitely one piece of it. The other side of it is the overall execution. So from the scheduling, getting the products here, we literally changed out the entire store in one night. So to be able to do that, I think is a tremendous feat. But you know what? When Microsoft says we're going to deliver, we deliver.
All the Windows users we talked to seemed really pleased with Microsoft's new products. While this might seem obvious considering these guys are the earliest adopters, it will be interesting to see if this buzz and excitement can translate over to the mainstream consumer over the coming months. For more on all things Windows 8, head on over to MaximumPC.com.